Hello and welcome everybody to day 2, draft number 1 of the Arena Open, where we are now drafting for a chance at $2,000. So let me just break down the stakes real quick. Draft number 1, we will be playing 4 rounds, okay? We will be playing 4 rounds of best of 3, and if we pick up 3 wins out of the 4 rounds that we play, we make it into the second draft. Now, within the second draft, if we do really well, we can win $2,000. The magic number here is 7. So between the first and second draft, now of course we need at least 3 wins. If I pick up 7 wins out of those rounds, I win $2,000. If I pick up 6 wins, I win $1,000, etc. So the thing is, the goal of this first draft is very, very simple. Win 4 rounds. Win 4 rounds, make it into the second draft, and give us the best possible shot at making $2,000. Now, before I head into this draft, I did want to say that this video is brought to you by TCGplayer.com. Check out TCGplayer.com for all your TCG singles and sealed product needs. If you need to pick up various booster boxes or individual cards, make sure you check them out. Click that affiliate link in the description below. Additionally, this video is brought to you by heavyplay.com. If you want premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories, heavyplay.com/paulcheon will get you 10% off your first order. All right, let's head straight in. This is it. This is it. And what a rare to open here. I can't pronounce it, but the card is great. Igra, Eater of All. Very, very happy with this card, and it's probably my spirit animal, Eater of All. I like to eat Haumph, that's kind of the thing. But anyways, this card's absolutely amazing. We're gonna slam it here. Savor is the best common in the entire set, and I do love this card, but I also think this card is fantastic, and I do think this is a card that's better than Savor. I know it's 2 colors. You can possibly splash this card as well. This card's absolutely amazing. Pawn Profit, Take Out the Trash, and Savor are all the other cards that I'm considering, but I think Igra is the card that I should take out of this pack. This card's just so hard to deal with, and it's so big. And honestly, Squirrels is the archetype that I enjoy the most, so I think that's another reason why that I want to take this card. Now we have a rare that's missing here. Any big name players passing to me by any chance? Oh, it doesn't tell you. I'll take Feed the Cycle. It's between Feed the Cycle and Nocturnal Hunger, and I do think I like Feed the Cycle a little bit more, just because you can pay it for 2 mana. But this is fantastic as well. One note, though, that's a little bit sad is the fact that I'm passing both Nocturnal Hunger and Savor, so the person that I'm passing to could end up in black, but I'm a little more concerned about the signals that I get from the right side, so it's not that big of a deal, but it is a little bit unfortunate. All right, moving into pack number 3. We are certainly seeing some blue and black cards here in the Tidecaller Mentor. Glide Dive Duo is a fine card. Life Creed Duo also a fine card. If I wanted to go black-white, I would maybe consider taking the Life Creed Duo here, but I'm going to take Cash Grab. This might seem early, but this has risen in the power rankings of this card. Really, really amazing in black-green. Helps us find the Igra and allows us to build up our graveyard, gets us food. It basically does everything that you want in the black-green deck. And the nice thing about the black-green deck is, even though it's contested, you can still end up with a solid version of the deck. And especially with Igra, it's going to be pretty hard for us to get away from potentially going into black-green. This is a really, really solid start here so far. Moving into this pack, of course, blue is going to be open. I mean, even though that it's open, this pack is generally pretty weak. So I'm going to just go ahead and take Corpseberry Cultivator, a fine card in the Squirrels deck. I do think some people may overrate this card in general in the Squirrels deck, but despite that, I think it's probably the best card in this pack. There's just not a whole lot here. So solid start here again for the Squirrels deck. There's a Storm Splitter. This card is not very good, sadly. I think this is meant to be more of a constructed card. Not going to take it here. Happy enough taking the Longstock Brawl. There's a Jolly Gerbils and a Sonar Strike, which are notable cards, meaning that white seems like it could potentially be open. I don't know what the second color should be, but I'm going to take the Longstock Brawl and just continue taking the black and green cards here and move on. Maybe white-green is something that we could end up splashing black. But in an ideal world, I just want to stay the course here with black-green. All right, moving on to this pack. What the heck is this card? I've never seen this card. Search your library for a creature card, reveal it, then shuffle and put that card on. This cycle just, usually they used to be really exciting, but now, I mean, there's Frogmite and Sylvan Tutor. Anyways, we are going to slam 6-pick Baker's Bane Duo and be extremely happy about it. I don't mind Daggerfang Duo either, but this is one of the best commons in the set as well. And I mean, I am super thrilled to get Baker's Bane Duo 6-pick. This is exactly what I wanted. I just wanted some early creatures now that I have some decent number of spells and top end and a mid-range creature. Baker's Bane Duo and Bonebind Orders are kind of the 2-mana cards that you want at common in black and green. So very, very happy to pick this up. And then we have this pack, which is kind of a whiff. So now we have to think about what we would want to do if we wanted to go into a second color. Certainly blue doesn't seem very open. There's a Pathmaker, which I think might be the best card. I really don't want to play 3-tree Mascot in a black-green deck, so maybe I'll just take the Pathmaker in case I end up in red-green. And an 8th pick Baker's Bane Duo. Yes, let's go. This also has Uncharted Haven. This might have been a very, very good pack in general, but 8th pick Baker's Bane Duo. Green definitely feels like that's where we need to be. And then given that we have the Yigra and the Feed the Cycle, let's keep this going. Wow. 8th pick Baker's Bane Duo. And then now we have Tidecaller Mentor. Blue-black generally tends to be open, but certainly not something that I'm too interested in here. But honestly, there's really nothing here. I think I'm going to take Bravekin Duo in case there's a world. Green-white is also a really strong color combination. So in case there's a world where that's where we want to be, I'll take it here. But these are more speculative picks. I'm more than happy just being black-green here. 7 playables out of the first pack. And then now I'll take a Rush Shield Rampager. As, it's just a fine card. I'm never too upset playing Rush Shield Rampager in my decks. Then now I'll take a Starlit Soothsayer just to try to cut off the black. I don't think there's really a world where we splash this. And now there's a Dire Sight, which can end up making our deck. But this kind of goes in the maybe pile on the right side. And I'm more than happy with everything that we have on the left here. All right, now we have a Saver, and I think this is what I'm going to take out of this pack. Cruel Claw's Heist is interesting, but I do think Saver is just absolutely phenomenal. There's a reason why this is the best performing common in the entire set. Getting a food is huge, turns on your forage, allows you to race the aggressive decks in the format. Cultivator and Tree Guard Duo and Polywallop are all fine as well, but I'm going to go ahead and slam Saver here. Very, very happy about that. Moving into pick number 2, I do like Treetop Sentries in black-green because right now I have lots of ways to make food and not a ton of ways to take advantage of it, but I don't think it's better than Feed the Cycle. Very happy picking this up. Maybe the Treetop Sentries can table. That'll be the hope here. Or Hazel's Nocturne, but gonna take another Feed the Cycle here. And now this gives us access to 4 solid removal spells with a reasonable curve and a top-end bomb here in Yigra. Would be nice to find one way to maybe recur this from the graveyard. I'm looking at cards like Bonebind Order. That's one of the better ones just because it's a common. You have some self-mill already. But the Hazel's Nocturne also is fine in a pinch. My spell count is getting reasonably high here, so now I'm just looking to pick up more creatures. It's really, really important in this format to play to the board. And here we have an interesting choice. It's not going to be the Coiling Rebirth. It's really between Hivespine Wolverine and Sticky Tongue Sentinel. Sticky Tongue Sentinel is a solid 3-mana creature. It's not a squirrel, but often in black-green, my 3-mana part of my curve usually ends up being fine with some combination of Cultivators and Daggerfang duos. So I'm actually going to take Hivespine Wolverine as my second good top-end threat. I just really, really like this card. It's just super versatile. And the Disenchant effect is obviously the best mode, but killing tokens, putting counters, I'm just a really big fan of Wolverine in general. Here, I think I will take Baker's Bane Duo over Mistbreath Elder. If this was like a blue-green deck, I think I would take the Mistbreath Elder here. But I just absolutely love Baker's Bane Duo in this type of deck. We still need a few more ways to use the food. We have lots of ways to generate the food. Like we have Feed the Cycle, that's just okay. But despite that, I think this is an absolutely amazing start. 3 copies of Baker's Bane Duo. I cannot complain about what we have going on here. And now we have the choice between Bumbleflowers, Sharepot, and Uncharted Haven. And I'm just going to take the Uncharted Haven here. Might as well just try to make our mana pretty good. We have double Feed the Cycle here, which is a double black spell in a lot of instances. So having this helps out our mana a lot. And now we take the Bonebinder Order. So this is just making our 2 mana slot really, really solid. 4 2-mana creatures now. This is also the card that I was looking for to get the Ygra back, potentially. So happy enough with that. Would absolutely love, again, some more ways to utilize all the food that we can generate here. Obviously, we can just use it to gain life, which is fine. But now we have, 4, 5 ways to make food. That's really, really solid. And now, Nocturnal Hunger, 7th pick. Okay. Well, we're getting the removal and the good cheap cards. I'm happy we took that Hivespine Wolverine. This is an amazing setup that we have so far. Now we have the choice between Agate Blade Assassin and High Stride. I didn't realize, you know what, this is best of 3. I'm going to take High Stride because I could see this as a potential sideboard card against a deck with a lot of flyers. Now, this is an interesting pick. There's a Polywallop and a Cultivator. I will take the Cultivator here. Could use some 3-drops. Really good way to try to use up some food. They get better in multiples. Polywallop is a fine removal spell, but we're pretty good on interaction already. We have 5 removal spells already, so really happy picking up the Cultivator there. Now I'll take a Fountainport Bell as a potential card that I want to use if I want to maybe splash a 3rd color. Although I'm not really necessarily looking to do that here. We'll take the Bumbleflower Sharepot, although not something I super love. But hey, this is 15 cards that I really, really love. And wow, pick pack 3, pick 1. Let's go. Camellia the Seed Miser. I just said I want something to utilize all my food that I generate with. This is the card of cards in the black-green deck. Let me just take a quick look here. It is the 8th best card in black-green. Lumbra is also great, but I need a 3. Look, this is the Squirrel card of Squirrel cards. I cannot believe that we opened this. This draft is going amazingly well here. Now we're going to take another Saver here. Shoreline Looter is good. There's a Tree Guard Duo, which is fine. It's between Saver and Paw Patch Formation, I think, for me. But I'm going to go ahead and take the Saver here. Wow, our interaction is fantastic. 6 removal spells here right now. Decent mana curve, bombs. Loving this deck. All right, now we have to make a pick. Valley Mightcaller, Bark Knuckle Boxer, or Galewind Moose. This triggers off of squirrels, right? Raccoons. It triggers off of everything. I'm going to take the Valley Mightcaller. I like the Galewind Moose, but I think having this in your opener can set you up for some pretty absurd draws. I know that it itself is not a squirrel, but 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What is this? Okay, that doesn't turn it on. But all my other creatures turn it on, so happy enough taking that. Will note that I would really like more creatures. We have 11 right now, so hopefully we can pick up a few more. I do have a Bark Form Harvester here in a Dire Sight in case we don't get anything. Now we have the choice between Muera, Bandit's Talent, Dire Sight, High Stride. I already have a Dire Sight. I don't think I'm ever going to splash the Muera. I guess I'll take Bandit's Talent. This pack is a bit of a miss, though, for us. And now I will take Tree Guard Duo. This card's fine. It's not a squirrel, but I'm always happy with this card in my deck. If you have a decent mana curve, this is just a very solid creature to play. Let's take that. Give me some more squirrels. All right, there's a Moonstone Harbinger and a Polywallop. I have a squirrel. I have 2 frogs. I'll take a Polywallop, but I'm not super confident about that pick. Now we have the choice between Daggerfang Duo and Cash Grab, and it's got to be Cash Grab, but I do really like Daggerfang Duo. Okay, well, I don't think I need a 3rd Cash Grab, but I will certainly take Curious Forager. Really good way to utilize your food in the late game. And I need a 3-mana creature, so happy enough with that. Here, Don't really think this is a Grotto deck. I don't know. I don't really care about any of these cards. Oh, wow. Paw Patch Formation tabled. There's another Treeguard duo here as well. I actually think I need more creatures, so I will take the Treeguard duo here just to have another creature in my deck. And Barknuckle Boxer, perfect. Okay. Wow. Those cards tabling was really, really good for us. Because now this is the deck that we have in front of us. 5/2s with 2 savers and 2 cash grabs. Not bad. Don't really think I need to play Dire Sight or the Sharepot in this type of deck. And let's take a look at our configuration. All right. What a clean configuration, right? We have 5 2-mana creatures with 2 savers and 2 cash grabs. That's great. We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 squirrels. So we're not crazy heavy on the squirrels, but it's still good enough, I would say. I like all of my spells. So for me, I think it's between, because I like to keep my curve relatively low, I think it's between Polywallop and I want to say Rush Shield Rampager. I think this is probably the worst of my creatures just based on curve. So it's really between that, and I like kind of everything else. Let's take a look just to make sure I'm not missing anything else from our deck here. Let's do this. There's a Bumbleflower Sharepot, but I don't really think I need that card. There's a Dire Sight that I can board in and Bandit's Talent if I play against a very grindy matchup. I don't really think I want to play the Hidden Grotto here. 8/8 and an Uncharted Haven seems totally fine here. And don't think I need the Bell here either. All right. After some careful contemplation, I think the card that I'm going to end up cutting from my deck is this Polywallop. So the reason being is I think my removal suite is pretty high. I have 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 removal spells, which I do think is going to generally be good enough against most decks. And then I'll bring this in if I absolutely need it. My frog count isn't super high, and I think this deck, especially with the double duos, just wants more creatures than anything. And I just don't want to have a hand where I just have too much removal and not enough to add to the board. And so for that reason, I'm going to go with the Rampager, even though I do recognize the fact that the Polywallop might be a slightly higher win rate card on average. But of course, every deck is different. This deck already has 6 removal spells. So I'm going to cut the Polywallop here and go with the Rush Shield Rampager to give us a solid 15 creatures in our deck. I do think this deck is very, very solid. And looking forward to how we do in this draft. Now, before round 1 starts, I did want to say, if you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. Patreon.com/paulcheon. Special shout out to all the patrons. Thank you so much for your support. Access to the Patreon will give you access to my Discord channel, which will allow you to join a group of like-minded individuals looking to improve their limited game. All right, game 1. Valley Might Caller. This hand looks great, but of course we only have 1 land, so we have to ship it back. And then for this hand, we are going to keep it. And then figure out what we want to bottom. Bonebind Order, or I think it's probably just a Bonebind Order. I think if I'm going to draw black mana, I have things to play. And then I'd rather just play the Rampager over the Orator here. All right, opponent with the turn 1 Ravine Raider. Would be nice to draw Black Source. Obviously, would feel very bad to lose in this manner. But that is Magic the Gathering. And I've been playing this game long enough where, them's the beat sometimes. All right, no third land. We're playing 17 lands with double cash grab. We have a Saver, Nocturnal Hunger. I mean, our hand is really strong. Fireglass Mentor, wow. Okay. They're going to hit a land here, probably. Yeah, this is so bad. I need to draw a Swamp really badly. Did not find a Swamp, sadly, but I will play this Cultivator here. And then I'll sack this food, just to have a 3/4 in play. And now the thing is, if they have removal, it's bad for me because they have the Menace Creature here that can still trigger the Fireglass Mentor, but this is the hand that we've been given. The Lizard spell is, I think, +2/+0. and indestructible? Sure. Man, this Fireglass Mentor being so good for them. And so bad for us. Alright, well, there is the black source. There is the black source. So, we have a few options here. I can choose to play Treeguard Duo and attack, which is pretty nice, or keep up removal. Like, do I want to just keep up Savor on the Mentor? Because this thing just continues getting them card advantage? I think so. Wanted to take the damage first. There's no real way for them to save this. The indestructible spell doesn't prevent -2/-2. And given my opponent's playing a very aggressive lizard, oh, gosh. Thoughtstalker Warlock too? Man, this card's just phenomenal. They have a solid, solid curve. I think us just missing a little bit of a beat there is what's costing us here. Actually, I guess we did draw Forest and played Cultivator. It wasn't even that bad. But they were able to draw 2 cards off the Mentor and we mulligan, so. Do I want to trade 3 for 3? The problem is if they have a removal spell. The problem is if they have a removal spell, I can't block with my Rampager anyways. So I'm going to use that logic as the reason why I'm choosing to attack with the Baker's Bane Duo. I'm happy with my decision to play the Rampager. Glide Dive Duo, okay. Huh. I guess now I need to play a little more conservatively. Let's cast Cash Grab here, see what we can get. Alright, let's get the Ygra. Definitely still need a land. Alright, now I think I'm going to play the long game here. I'm going to play the long game here because I have the Ygra. And do what I can here to be able to trade with what my opponent has. And then set up a situation where I can get the Ygra going. I mean, considering we mulliganed and our opponent Thoughtstalker Warlocked us, we're not in that bad of a shape. How are they at such high life total? Oh well. Okay, so Feed the Cycle is a very nice draw because it allows us to kill the Glide Dive Duo. They have 3 cards. I guess we just pass. I wonder what they have. Maybe an early winter? Fireglass Mentor. Man, you know what's going to be rough? Is when they have the indestructible spell. But there's not too much we could do around that. Let's gift them a food here. Okay, that worked. I'm happy. Okay, that doesn't do that much. Oh, sure. My Igor gets really big. Okay. Well, the problem is I gave them a food here, so if they have any removal spell for the Igra, it's like... I'm kind of all in on this, right? But the thing is, if they had a removal spell, I feel like they would have wanted to use it on the Rush Shield Rampager. Oh. Man. Alright. They had the answer, so this is just a lot worse for us. Well, hopefully we can find some way to get it back. We only have the order that we bottomed, right? Never mind. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Don't really like this trade, so I'm just going to pass on that. Carmelia would also be a very good draw. I mean, do I just let the Fireglass Mentor resolve? Right? It's like, do I kill the flyer or the Fireglass Mentor? I think I'm supposed to kill the flyer. It's like, sure, they get a card here, but hey, at least it wasn't something that's relevant. Okay. Okay. All right, let's pay black, kill the flyer. All right, we're in top deck mode. We are in top deck mode. Gonna play the land, and yeah, this is rough. Not happy. Not happy about this. Carmelia, we need Carmelia badly. They have a really, really nice Black-Red Lizard deck. Double Fireglass Mentor, they just kind of have it all. Give me that Carmelia. It looks like our opponent's also getting a little bit flooded here. We're both on like... He's on 9 lands, I'm on 8 lands. Alright, we're both extremely flooded. Yeah, this is not ideal. I have a Carmelia. Do I have a cash grab? I used... 1. Okay, that's a saver. That is pretty good. I still can't really attack. The saver I can hold, I guess, as a trick as well, so... Alright, that's a Bark Knuckle Boxer, so now if I can draw something big, I can actually attack with it. I guess I could attack with Baker's Bane Duo, huh? Triple Fireglass Mentor. Oh my gosh. There it is! Yes! Carmelia, a Camellia off the top. Whenever you sack one or more foods, put a +1/+1 counter on each other squirrel you control. That is amazing. We did it. All right. Here we go. We have 3 foods to sacrifice. Come on, Camellia. All right, let's crack it. Oh, what am I doing? I'm so stupid. Oh, that's a big mistake. Holy cow. Holy cow, that's a big mistake. Wow. I can't believe I did that. That's unbelievable, actually. That is unbelievable. I literally could have had an extra +1/+1 counter on the Baker's Bane Duo, I guess. All right, let's attack, shall we? And I didn't play my land. Oh my gosh, Paul, what are you doing? What am I doing? I didn't play a land. Oh my gosh. Okay, we still got it done, but that was just... I didn't play the land, and I didn't play the land, and I just sacked my food instead of using the ability like a big dummy. Okay, we are playing against red-black. Red-black. Glide Dive Duo is a thing. They have a bunch of cheap cards, a bunch of 2/1s. This isn't good against Glide Dive Duo. I don't think I want Dire Sight. High Stride could be interesting. It's bad against instant speed removal though. We do have double Feed the Cycle. It's possible I want the Polywallop now, just to be able to deal with the Glide Dive Duos. Of course, again, precarious if they do have a removal spell in response. I mean, I have all the cheap stuff that I can play. I'm just going to keep it like this. I think this is just the most balanced. The thing is, they didn't have that many other flyers outside of the Glide Dive Duos, so I think the 6 removal spells is likely still going to be fine. If they were playing some kind of blue-white deck, that would be different. Gonna keep this. I don't have anything to play on turn 2, though. So 1-drop into... I do have a cash grab. But yes, this could be a problem if they go turn 1 Lizard into turn 2 Mentor. Alright, they did not have that, which is very good for us. Oh, red to start with. Steam Path Charger from the opponent. Alright, cash grab from us. I don't really want to play the Camellia, so hopefully I can find something I can play with the cash grab. They didn't find the Black Source, so with their triple Mentor, maybe this is... I feel like they have a very black-heavy deck, so maybe this slows them down just a little bit. We'll see. Great. Let's find a squirrel. No squirrels for us, sadly, so no food for us. I guess I'm taking the Ygra. And then I will just play the Camellia, as it blocks the Charger. The thing is, with this hand, sure, the Camellia can die and it's amazing late game, but I just have plenty of things to follow it up with, right? So I'm not even that concerned, and I can get it back with the Forager. Land number 5 would obviously be great, but I'm just going to play a 4/4. It's hard for them to kill a 4/4. Fireglass Mentor. Okay, I see. They're going to try to draw a card off of this. They want a Swamp. Oh, they already found a Swamp. What am I saying? They can't play the Battler, so I think they're taking the Mountain. Okay. Triple red. How can they blow me out here? I don't think that they can, so let's just brawl. And then I will play Corpseberry Cultivator. Yeah, let's go ahead and turn this into a 3/4. Attack. I have the Forager as well, but the thing is, I'm not even really playing the Forager anytime soon. When I play the Forager, I'm going to have a 4th card in my graveyard to get the Camellia back, right? So, all right, there's the land. So, not gonna do it this time. We're gonna hit. What the heck is this? What was that block? All right. Let's go! Okay, 1-0. Thought this was going to be a cursed draft, given how it started in the first game. But we were able to get it done. Our deck is just really, really strong. We have a very strong version. We got some lucky opens. We got Camellia and Ygra. If we can do that in the second draft as well, if we make it to the second draft, that would be great. But 1-0, let's keep things going here. And a 4-land Saver, Hunger, and Tree Guard duo. Absolutely will keep this hand. We have the Saver to play on turn 2. Another red-black deck. Flame Cash Gecko is the play from the opponent. I don't know if it was worth even waiting for this Saver. Because they get to rummage now, but I guess if they rummage, they don't play anything. But I should have just fired it off. Kindle Spark Duo. That's interesting. In a black-green deck? Okay. Well, I'm going to keep up Nocturnal Hunger / Cash Grab here. Tree Guard Duo. The question is, do I kill the duo? I guess so, right? So they target that, and then I'll give them a food. I'll kill the duo in response, so it gets one smaller. Because I just feel like I care less about this Kindle Spark Duo, and I care more about a 3/4 body. Okay. This is not ideal, but I just feel like it's better than just playing Cash Grab. Next turn, we can go Longstock Brawl plus Cash Grab. I guess we can just attack with Tree Guard Duo. I don't want to cast Longstock Brawl into all that open mana. I think it's still fine to attack, though. Playing at the order, that way I don't have to get a squirrel. Hazel's Nocturne, it looks like. Yep. Okay. Their deck's kind of a mess. Granted, the Kindle Spark Duo is being kind of annoying, but we have enough food. I think we should be able to survive. Wait, they're going to play a spell here? Oh, sorry. Flame Cash Gecko. Sure. Yeah, that makes sense. They get to go Gecko into Tree Guard Duo. Although, wait, I think this... The problem is now the Tree Guard Duo doesn't do anything, unless they play another spell as well. Okay. So just put a counter on the duo. All right, let's play Cash Grab, get something nice. There's a Valley Might Caller, which seems horrible now. So I guess it's just a Baker's Bane duo. Okay, so we have Longstock Brawl. Can't kill the Tree Guard Duo. We can kill Kindle Spark Duo. They have a Flame Cash Gecko, which is a little bit annoying. Was really hoping for something a little bit better from that Cash Grab. I'm at 12 life. I don't think I care about this still. I think it might just be the Gecko still. Having a couple of 3/3 seems pretty nice. And then we'll pass. The reason why is now if they kill the duo, I can still double block Tree Guard Duo. Interesting. I'm at 12 life. I kind of feel like I have to block. If they use a removal spell, what? Like, I'm trying to think about all the combinations here. I think the triple block makes the most sense here. I don't think there's a trick that kills all my creatures. Overprotect would be pretty good, I guess. Yep, that's a poly wallop. Okay. Yeah. No, this was good. Good triple block. Good job, Paul. Happy with that. I'm going to keep this food around because I have the Camellia. And I don't have anything else to do with my mana. I think 10 is still a decent life total. But I just don't have that much more to do with my mana anyways. Hivespine Wolverine. That is a nice one. Alright, so we're going to play that. I'm going to kill the fish. And then let's bash for 3. Alright. That was a really good draw. The Wolverine was a really good draw. I don't know what else they have in their hand. Probably not much because they play the Heaped Harvest. Their upkeep doing this to thin out their deck. Sure. But we get to attack for 8. And so it's pretty close. We have 3 food, so we're not too concerned about dying. Probably shouldn't have used the green. Oh, they drew a green anyways. Okay. Something good? I'll take it. It's another 3-power creature. They're going to take this here, go down to 11. And then now we have Bark Knuckle Boxer. We're at 8 life. They're at 14, so we still can't kill them next turn. So it's kind of, you know, they can obviously top deck something big here to make it so that I can't attack them. I'm hoping they don't. They didn't. Perfect. Feed the Cycle. I don't think I need to use. I think they're probably just going to take this. We'll see. Okay, that works too. And we drew, yeah, this is just looking amazing for us. 3 foods available to sack along with the Feed the Cycle. Thornvault Forager is a good card. I guess they're like red-green splashing black with Kindle, yeah, something like that. Let's kill the Forager. And that's game number 1. Game number 1. I don't really think I have anything in my sideboard for this matchup that I care. I don't think this is like a super long, grindy matchup by any means. It's just like a normal matchup. So I feel like my main deck configuration is more than fine. So, you know, like I said, if they had a bunch of flyers, I could consider boarding in High Stride. If they had a slow deck, I could consider bringing in the Dire Sight and Bandit's Talent. But I think given everything, this seems like a more than good enough configuration. Okay, up a game, and we are going to mulligan this, sadly. 2 mulligans now for us. I will keep this. I don't know what to... I think I bought him a swamp. Just like, if I just draw a land, this, you know, I could go Order into Cultivator into Cash Grab, which is quite nice. Turn 2 Thornvault Forager. That is, oh wow. Savor off the top. Yes, please. All right, Kindle Spark Duo. We're gonna sack this food immediately here off the Cultivator. Make it so that this can't die to take out the trash. We also just don't have that many ways to forage anyways. So I think making a 3/4 is pretty good. Gonna hope to try to cash grab for a land here. Patchwork Banner is fantastic. Hopefully we can find the Wolverine. I wonder what they're gonna name. Their deck's kind of all over the place. Again, okay, they named a Raccoon. Ooh. That's interesting too. I'm going to play cash grab. Let's get a forest. There it is. Let's forage again. I don't know why they chose that point in time to do that. Let's go this, this, and this. Attack for 4. Then I'll play the Might Caller. It's not the best use of my mana, but it just grows, right? I'd rather do that than playing the Bonebind Order. I imagine a raccoon is about to enter the battlefield here. Hopefully it's not too big. Oh, that's big. That is big. Do they not have a follow-up? Wow. Okay, not having a follow-up there was tremendous. This feels like a Rush Shield Rampager turn. But I mean, this is still going to be really, really good. All right, well, let's keep growing the Cultivator. This is a 5/6. It attacks due to the Muera. And then we'll just continue adding pressure to the board here by playing a Rampager. And the nice thing about the Rampager here is that I can attack. If they block with the Muera, I still have Saver available. I think they're incentivized to tap out here, but we'll see what happens. I could also just play the Bonebind Order. Oh, okay, never mind. Booming Blast. Okay. They did not gift me a treasure. They're going to gain some life. Yeah, Muera's the real deal. Polywallop on the Muera would be amazing. To kill my Cultivator. Nope, just the most random Sinister Monolith. Alright, they get to gain 3 life, but that's fine. Yeah, though this is totally fine. Because we can attack now with the Rampager and we'll be okay. Don't think I want to forage. Actually, why not? I think every point of damage is going to matter. I think they're so behind that they have to block with Muera. So that's amazing for us, right? Because I'd rather save the Nocturnal Hunger for something else. And then here I'm just going to play the Order, which is just another creature on the battlefield. And yeah, things are looking very, very nice for us here in match number 2 of day 1 of... Or excuse me, day 2 draft 1 of the Arena Open. 6/7 Corpseberry Cultivator, Rush Shield Rampager, and then we have a Nocturnal Hunger to kill whatever else they might play here. Alright, drain us, and then maybe sack it to find something. Okay, but they're down to 8. They're down to 8, and we have a removal spell. Man, I'm super happy that I went with this Rampager as my 23rd card. We've just drawn it, and it's just been solid every game. I'm happy. All right, given everything, I think I can just start things off here with a cash grab. Just so I can forage again with the Cultivator. Oh, wow. Well, I guess I should take Curious Forager, right? I don't know if I should keep up Nocturnal Hunger, but I'm going to go with the Forager here instead. Let's get the Ygra back. This thing is gigantic. 8-9. I mean, presumably they have some kind of trick. Oh, okay, sure. Okay, I'm at 8. But we have all of this in play with still a removal spell and a Igra in hand. Unless they have a sweeper, this is going to be very tough for them. Bandit's Talent. I think having a removal spell is probably better here. Also, they should have played the Muera first, if that was their plan. All right. 2-0. 2-0 with our very, very solid black-green Squirrels deck. Now we just need one more win within the next 2 matches. One more win within the next 2 matches to make it into draft number 2. Loving this spot. Now, of course, we want to go 4-0. If we go 4-0, we have a loss to give in the second draft. I'll go into that after this video is over. Hopefully, we can pull off the next 2. Yeah, this hand is fine. Nothing, not one of the top hands that our deck's capable of, but 4 lands on the draw with the Baker's Bane duo and a couple of 4s is something you can't mulligan. Drew land number 5, definitely not good either. All right, our opponent's playing white. Turn 2, Jolly Gerbils. Okay. Also, the 5th land we drew was the 4th Black Source, so I can't even play the Hivespine Wolverine we drew. Hopefully, we can find a play on turn 3. Builder's Talent. Ooh, they're cooking. They are cooking. Oh, but no land here? Okay, so that at least helps us. That at least helps us. I really hope they don't have a +2/+2 card. Do I go for it? I think I'm going to go for it, though. All right. We got there. We went for it, and it worked. Are they going to miss another land drop? Oh my gosh. Probably just jamming the Rampager next turn. Oh, we drew a Forest. That's very good. Because we can use a Wolverine to kill the Builder's Talent. It's kind of a free attack. I mean, sure, they can block. But, like I said, it's free. The thing is, if I play this first, it's a 3/3. So might as well at least bluff something. I can kill the 0/4 wall as well. So that's... although I feel like I will super regret it if I don't kill the Builder's Talent. Yeah, so they get to put a +1/+1 counter on something. Yeah, I'm not going to mess around here. I'm just going to kill the Builder's Talent. Let's go ahead and attack with the Rampager. This card can potentially do lots of mean things. And my thought process is if you're playing Builder's Talent in your deck, it's probably pretty solid in your deck. Now, granted, blue-white is the flyer combination, so maybe it's just fine to make a wall and kill me with flyers. But this could be the type of matchup where I board into High Stride, at least one copy. Or it could just be Polywallop. Interesting. They just run that out. And that's a Thought Shucker. Okay. What do I want to target with the Tree Guard duo? That's the thing. Like, what if they block everything with this? Then I kill the 3 creatures on the right? which I guess isn't terrible. Like, I kind of want to pump the Rampager. I could also pump the Baker's Bane Duo. Oh, I should play this first. What am I doing? No, I'm going to just target my unblockable creature. Well, if I target the Baker's Bane Duo, everything attacks for a bunch, and then I just get to eat things. All right. Eating things seems pretty good. Yep, because they have to block like that, and then we just kill those things. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Something like that. All right, so we got in for the maximum amount of damage that turn, and they're stuck with just a wall at 7 life. Mind Whisker, they don't have Threshold yet. Bonebind Order doesn't do much. We are attacking with everything. Pretty straightforward attack with everything, and no block, at least on this board, is too bad for us. Okay, 1/5 blocking the 3/4, 3/2, 3/4. Okay. They have to have something here. A Sonar Strike would be very good on Rush Shield Rampager. Into the Flood Maw. Okay. All right, well, we will just cast this with Offspring. Because right now they're unblockable. Pileated Provisioner. That allows them to block both of these cards on the right. So this can't be... No, never mind. This can't be blocked. Unless by this. So this gets blocked by... This gets blocked here. This blocks... Whatever. Yep. Okay. Bonebind Order. They're at 1 life. We have 4 attackers, 2 of which are unblockable. Okay. There we go. Game 1 down. Or game 1 up a game against the blue-white player. I don't know. I just feel like I don't need to do much here. I don't really need to get too crazy and mix things up. I just really love my configuration. Even the Rampager gets in there. We have enough removal, I think. They didn't go too crazy on the flyers. So let's just... If it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's not like I have a disenchant effect in my sideboard. If I did, I would maybe consider bringing that in. But... All right. Opponent on the play. I'm going to keep this. I don't have a green source, but I do have 3 lands on the draw and a turn 2 play. We have 9 green sources in our deck and a lot of black removal spells. So I'm going to lean on that. If I didn't have the black 2-drop, I probably would have shipped this back. But if I draw a forest, I think my chances of winning are just so high because my hand is so good. It has all my good cards in it. You know, Cash Grab and the Igra, and we drew the forest. We drew the forest. The Bonebind Order is not going to be able to get in for anything. I mean, I don't need to play the Cash Grab immediately. Turn 2 Builder's Talent is quite strong. Wow, look at this. Lily Pad Village and Lupin Flower Village. All right, Plume-Creed Mentor is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Just really would like to find a removal spell for that. Oh, they have a Swamp as well? Fell the Might Caller. Sure. Okay. 2 in the air. And now what do? We have a cash grab and a rush shield rampager. I think I'm just going to play the rampager. This in the previous game was really good, so I'm going to assume that it's good again. Pileated Provisioner, okay. At least they're making just this wall big. Although these flyers are kind of problematic, so I gotta get in there. All right. Perhaps one high stride is in order. Perhaps one high stride is in order. 5 in the air. All right. Well, we can still hit them back next turn. I'm hoping that they don't see the line of me being able to sack my own food. Whoa! Well, I have nothing to forage right now, so I guess I'll cast Cash Grab. That's super interesting. I can just try to add to the board here by playing the Corpsebane Cultivator, because it's the one thing that I can play this turn. There's a Curious Forager, but I don't really care about that. So it's either the Cultivator or a Baker's Bane duo. I guess I'll take Cultivator. I need to sack at least one food to be able to attack through to 3/7. And let's see. Do I want to sack anything else? They pass with like so much mana available. I'm just going to attack with the Ygra. Now I can sack my creatures to also gain life if I'm trying to race their flyers. And the reason why I didn't forage there is because I have a Camellia. And I can use this to forage instead. If I draw a land next turn, I can just like exile a bunch of things. This is close though. This is a nice little combo too. I can sack like the Rush Shield Rampager to pump all my other squirrels. And then forage and yeah, all kinds of nonsense. Okay, into the Floodmaw. That's good. They need to sack a food. Okay, they sack the 3/3. Okay, that gets bounced. Sure. Okay. Okay. Three in the air. That was a fantastic draw as well. They have 2 cards in hand, so I just have to be pretty careful here. I don't know that Ygra is actually the play here. It might now be Camellia plus Feed the Cycle. Might as well just attack with everything. I'm going to chill here and see what they do. Eddie Merc Crab. Wow. So I will kill that now. Because they were trying to get me with that. All right, I would really love to draw a land here. I'm at 5 life. Oof. Oof. Okay, they're sacking. That's a good sign. And they whiffed. Also a great sign. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, this is crazy. I'm going to do this once. Let me think here. Because doing this is actually the exact same as just exiling 3 things. So let's just do it again. Oh man, this is so... I can... I can do this for the win. How crazy is that? Why didn't they block the 5-6? That's the thing. Because they didn't block the 5-6, I'm going to pass. Right? This is a 3-7. Why would they take, you know what I mean? Extra damage. So I'm going to let them be the first person to flinch here and give myself the ability to gain 3 life on demand because of the Igra. Let's see. So I don't have lethal, right? 13. Wait. 13. If I forage, these get bigger. 13, 14, 15, and then they also get counters. So why don't we do that? Forage. Sack this, which has already been blocked. I think this is lethal. Woo! Saw the line. Saw the line with the Igra. Got there. I am a little bit surprised that was our 2-0 opponent, but I will take it. We are now 3-0. We have made we have made draft number 2. That is a fantastic feeling because now we at least have a shot to make $2,000 with our incredible squirrels deck. Okay, now this is what's on the line here, okay? Because I didn't go over that in detail before. I have 3 wins. I made it to the second draft, so you might be wondering, does this last match even matter? It absolutely matters. If I win this last match, in the second draft, you play 4 rounds. You have a loss to give. What does that mean? Like I said before, the magic number is 7 wins. Draft 1 is 4 rounds, draft 2 is 4 rounds. If you get to 7 wins between those 8 rounds, you get $2,000. So if I 4-0 this draft, that means in draft number 2, I can go 3-1 and I will win the $2,000. If I lose, then I have to go 4-0 in the second draft. And I feel like if I want to go 4-0, it's going to be this draft because I opened 2 of the best black-green rares in the entire set. We're going to try to go for it here. But we may draft 2, so can't be too upset. But let's do this. Let us do this. All right. Playing first. Excellent hand. Turn 2 Baker's Bane Duo into Corpseberry Cultivator with 2 removal spells. Love, love, love it. Swamp into Fountain Port Bell. Our opponent is greeting us, happy that they made day 2, much like we are. Bell failed to find, so that means they have a bunch of mana sources in their hand. Usually when you play the Bell, you're some kind of 3-color deck. Play the cultivator. Crack this food. I mean, turn 2, 2, 2, turn 3, 3, 4 is not terrible. They could have a sonar strike here, but attacking now when they can't gain the life off having a bat in play is pretty fine to me. Moonrise Cleric here, maybe? Harvest Right Host. Okay. Well, seems like a perfect opportunity to cast a Longstock Brawl. And then we will play a Bonebind Order and attack for 5. Not interested in giving them a fish, I don't think. And then we have 2 removal spells in our hand. So if their plan is to just play creatures every turn, that's really, really good for us. Now, if they kill my creatures, then that's worse. Life Creed Duo, that doesn't matter too much. Just because the sizing of it is so bad. So here they probably have some kind of a combat trick, but we can get them back. I mean, look at our hand. So Repel Calamity here. This is a little bit wild. Hold on. This utilizes 2, but I can use Savor. Okay, hold on. Let me full control. I can use Savor to save my Corpseberry Cultivator and then feed the cycle to kill Life Creed Duo. Is that worth? Or do I just Savor the Life Creed Duo? I mean, I still have another removal spell. I think I'm going to do it here. And I'm doing this just to maximize my damage. Yeah. All right. I'm only doing this because I feel like if the game goes a little bit longer, it's really bad for me. And I want to try to close things out as quickly as possible. And having this big cultivator, which is a must-deal threat, if they play a creature, then they're just in a lot of trouble here anyways. So let's go ahead and do this. I'll lose 2 life. Let's kill this. And then we'll forage. Oh, and that's it. So wow, that was a nice little fancy play, and we curved that perfectly, and we got them. So black, white from the opponent. Black, white from the opponent. Okay, so now I will take out the Rampager, and I think it's either the High Stride or the Polywallop, but I'm gonna go with the High Stride just to have one copy of High Stride here, just to try to. Black, white typically has lots of flyers. So I'm going to try the one copy of High Stride there over the 4 mana 4/4 on the draw. The way I look at it is, it's a 1 mana Polywallop. All right, we'll call it a 1 mana Polywallop. All right, this hand is far too slow. 5 lands, Igra, Treeguard Duo on the draw, so I'm gonna ship that one away. We'll keep this and bottom the Bonebind Order, and we have 3 lands: Savor, Baker's Bane Duo, Nocturnal Hunger. So. Great start. Drew land number 4. There's a Life Creed Duo, and I'm not messing around here. Well, actually, let me think. I mean, playing a 3/2 is just really tempting. I guess I should play the 3/2. All right, they're looking for a land here. No land? Darn. Kind of interesting. Yeah, I'm not messing around there. I'm just going to kill that thing. This thing, especially early, just swings the races. It synergizes really well with everything Black-White's trying to do, so. Here we're trading 2 damage for 2 damage, basically. That's a Waxwane Witness. I think we just go ahead and Treeguard Duo here. Get them for 5. Even if they have a removal spell, they can't really attack with the Agate Blade Assassin. Then our hand is still pretty solid. I am assuming that some signpost uncommons are in our on the horizon here for us. Oh no, there was a light flicker. I'm so terrified right now. If my power goes out, I'm gonna be so upset. I'm actually not going to attack with the Boxer. I think that just leads us to potentially getting blown out here. Oh, and now given this, I'll just trade with the Warren Elder. All right. Yeah, I mean, the thing is they kept up 2 mana, so it's just really awkward. That was a really heads-up block from the opponent. Like, that whole sequence might seem very odd to you. I just feel like Crumb and Get It, Sonar Strike, like, I don't want to be the first person to flinch there. My hope was that they just block with the Waxwing Witness. I let damage resolve, then I cast a Saver. But if they continue keeping up mana, it's really tough for us. Land would be amazing, yes! I don't think they can really afford the block. Which is fine, because I can just sack food and race them that way. I don't want to give them a food. Now, if I can just draw anything that costs 3 mana or less, I can turn on my Bark Knuckle Boxers and my Baker's Bane Duos. Alright, well, they gained a bunch of life. That's rough. Okay. Yeah, I mean, our opponent's playing well. We need to draw something good here. That was a huge turn. They did have the Sonar Strike, right? So I was playing around the Sonar Strike. And this just tells me that my opponent, that I have a very heads-up opponent here. Now I'm behind enough where I feel like I don't really have a choice. I need to attack, I think. I mean, it's all I got. I'm hoping it's just a Crumb and Get It. I'm hoping it's not a Sonar Strike. I mean, I'm hoping it's nothing. It was nothing. Wow. That was big. And a Repel Calamity on the Corpseberry Cultivator. Okay. So Agate Blade Assassin against the pair of Baker's Bane Duos. We have a bunch of food to sack. Another Waxwing Witness. Damn. Okay. All right, we need to draw something. Wow! That was really solid. I think I just attack with this. Okay, I mean, that was about as solid of a draw as I can hope for. They have 2 cards here. Glide Dive Duo puts me to 4. Oh, I'm dead. Yeah. I'm dead. That's rough. All right. Good beats. And our opponent just had commons. You know what I mean? So, credit to the opponent there. Big credit to the opponent. I think I might want 2 copies of High Stride given given this situation. Although I am on the play this time, and I don't really want to cut any more creatures. So you know what? I'm just going to keep it as is. I think multiple high stride, drawing multiple high stride is probably not that great anyways. All right. Our opponent, definitely a heads-up player. I'm going to choose to play first. Oh! This is a great hand. This is a great hand. Turn 1, Might Caller. Turn 2, Duo. Turn 3, maybe Forager? Hopefully I draw something other than the Forager. With the Tree Guard Duo as well. Wow, okay. And that's a Bark Knuckle Boxer. I mean, that seems better, right? At least for the time being, and then I can just play this next turn. Because I kind of want to hold off on the Forager until I can... Yeah, I mean, this just does more damage. Wow, what a hand here for us. Playing for the 4-0. They got a land with the Bell. They got a second Swamp. Saver. Very, very good card. And now we have the Curious Forager, which we can use to get back the Valley Might Caller. But of course, we can't do that yet until we play the Baker's Bane Duo. But this is still a very aggressive start from us. We just, playing that 1-drop, just slowed them down a good amount. What is their follow-up going to be here? Moonstone Harbinger. I think this is just a Tree Guard Duo turn. Yeah. And then I'm going to target the Boxer because it's indestructible and attack. And if they want to trade Harbinger for the Duo, so be it. Otherwise, they take 9 damage. So great situation for us. We're continuing to put on the pressure here. We have a Saver, which should still be very, very good as a combat trick here. And then we still have Curious Forager. At this point, getting back a Valley Might Caller is not even all that great. But getting back any of these creatures that might trade in combat is quite strong. All right, they're at 6. Next turn, they can play Waxwane Witness, which is what we've seen in the past. They could also have Sonar Strike. Life Creed Duo, sure. Now remember, this Death Touch only triggers on their turn. Okay, that's fine. They're going to keep this back for sure. And what do we want to do? What do we want to do? Getting back a Might Caller seems quite bad. I think it's just attack with everything, right? Sure. Let me think here. I can kill Life Creed Duo and get back Tree Guard Duo. That seems good. All right, they're at 4 life. We have an amazing board, and we have Tree Guard Duo to play next turn. We've kind of dealt with all their permanents. I think playing this just has a ton of value. Don't need to target the Bark Knuckle Boxer anymore. Not sure what I would target. Let's say they play like a Glide Dive Duo. All right, they're digging. If they play the 2-4... yeah, it doesn't really matter. They're just in a ton of trouble regardless. Sonar, like 2-drop Bat into Sonar Strike would be good. Yeah, Waxwane Witness is not going to get it done, I don't think. Wow! We drew a Ygra as well. Okay. They're at 4 life. I think I just play the Ygra. So this blocks here. Sure. All right, my Yigra becomes a 10-10. By attacking, basically, I'm trading the Forager for the Agate Blade Assassin, which I think is fine. All right, 4-0, let's go! 4-0. We are in an amazing, amazing position here. Amazing position here to go for $2,000. 4-0 in our very, very first draft with the archetype that I love to play. This is my favorite archetype in the entire set. And we got Valley Mightcaller, Yigra, and Camellia. Can we just do it again? This deck was absolutely ridiculous. One of the best, if not best, Squirrels deck I've drafted so far. Triple Baker's Bane duo. Are you kidding me? We had double Saver, double Feed the Cycle. We had just 6 great removal effects, 2 cash grabs. I mean, this deck just had it all. Good curve, good removal, ways to survive the early game, and then bombs to win out in the late game. Even an Uncharted Haven, just to make our mana a little bit better. Couldn't really ask for much of a better deck than what we had here. And I am thrilled to join draft number 2 and share that video with you tomorrow. Hopefully, $2,000 richer. Oh, yes. 4-0 the first pod. I am super, super excited. All right. We got one more draft to go. Thanks so much for watching. Really hope you've been appreciating this content and this run with me. Hopefully that ends in an amazing, amazing finish here. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed all of this content and wanted to support the channel, my Patreon is one of the best ways to do so. Patreon.com/paulcheon. Finally, this video is brought to you by TCGplayer.com. Check out the affiliate link in the description below for all your TCG singles and sealed product needs. And if you want Magic the Gathering products like deck boxes and playmats and sleeves, check out heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. Oh, this feels good. This feels really, really good. Okay, draft number 2. Draft number 2, come on. Let's get the nuts. Let's get the nuts. Let's get some cash money. I'll see you tomorrow.